Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is still playing out this bearish divergence as the price is now dumping below key support here in the short term after the Bitcoin ETFs just dumped almost $700 million worth of Bitcoin on the market just yesterday. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before we take a look at the Bitcoin charts today, we need to talk about the Bitcoin news today because just on Thursday, we saw a massive net outflow from the spot Bitcoin ETFs. And this was the first net outflow that we've seen in a long time because usually we see massive net inflows coming into the spot Bitcoin ETFs, especially in recent weeks and recent months. But what we saw on Thursday, once again, was a net outflow of around $672 million US, so almost $700 million US leaving the spot Bitcoin ETFs just on Thursday. And because these are spot Bitcoin ETFs, whenever there's a net inflow, it means the ETF providers like BlackRock or Fidelity, for example, are having to buy Bitcoin in order to back the ETFs with Bitcoin if they're getting inflows. But if they're getting outflows, if money is leaving the ETFs, like what happened on Thursday over the last 1 day or so, then essentially that means that the ETF providers like Fidelity, for example, are having to dump Bitcoin, get rid of Bitcoin in order to pay out those outflows to the investors. And so a lot of people are talking about how this latest dump is just to cause retail holders to panic sell into the hands of BlackRock. But if we're looking at how much Bitcoin BlackRock bought during this latest dump, at least on the Thursday numbers here, we don't have the numbers for Friday as of right now, but on the Thursday numbers, BlackRock bought exactly 0 Bitcoin. That is right, BlackRock is not buying. In fact, BlackRock bought a lot of Bitcoin at higher prices on behalf of investors, because a lot of people that are new to crypto and new to finance in general don't really understand how these ETF providers actually work, like BlackRock, for example, or Fidelity. Obviously, these companies are not buying trillions of dollars worth of assets for themselves. They're holding those assets on behalf of investors, and then they basically just charge a small fee on all of those assets. That's how these companies make money. And so as we can see from these numbers right here, it is not BlackRock buying and selling that's profiting from these pumps and dumps right here in the price of Bitcoin. BlackRock as a company profits no matter what investors do because they charge that fixed fee on all of these assets that's basically held under BlackRock on behalf of investors. And then it's the investors causing the inflows and the outflows in and out of these ETFs that are gaining or losing money based on capital gains or capital losses. And in this case, obviously, a lot of people were buying near the top, and over the last 1 to 2 days here, a lot of people have been selling, withdrawing from the Bitcoin ETFs. And so obviously this massive net outflow that we saw on Thursday caused further selling pressure for the price of Bitcoin, dumping the price of Bitcoin further in the short term. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today on the weekly time frame, technically speaking, we can still remain within a larger bull market here because we're still playing out this bull market signal. And usually these bull markets last for give or take around a year or so. And that's measuring from when these signals actually confirm. These last 2 signals right here played out a bull run over the next 1 year approximately before the next significant drawdown in the price of Bitcoin. But of course, during these larger bull runs, we can also see short-term corrections or short-term dumps in the price of Bitcoin along the way up during a larger bull run. So for example, during around mid-2023, we saw this dump in the price of Bitcoin that was around a 20% dump. And just before that, we saw another 20% dump. And then right around March 2023, we saw another 20% dump in the price of Bitcoin. And then around January this year, we also saw around a 20% dump in the price of Bitcoin. And all of those 20% pullbacks happened during a larger bull run when we're simply zooming out and looking at the bigger picture. And so at least at the time of recording this video, this is currently a standard pullback within a larger bullish market, technically speaking, just based on the current price action. And if we're taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, right now, we're still technically looking bullish overall. We've not confirmed a new bearish crossover in the weekly Bitcoin MACD, but technically speaking, we have lost bullish momentum here in the short term, which is something that I've been talking about over the last 1 week or so. I've been saying we're losing bullish momentum in the short term, so basically slowing down during the larger bull run. And I've been saying that we've seen pretty much this exact same thing happen pretty much exactly 1 year ago. First of all, we saw a bull run play out between around October all the way up until early December, exactly like this year. So basically a repeat of last year. And then what came next from around early to mid-December was essentially a short-term dump, followed by a lot of sideways price action, just chopping around sideways. So short-term dumps and short-term bounces back to the upside for around 1 to 2 months, actually, all the way up until near the end of January. And then we continued with the bull run later on. And so right now, we could be playing out something similar to what we saw back here, where we're simply taking a break from the bull run, but not necessarily the end of the larger bull run. And if we're taking a look at the 4-day Bitcoin chart, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the green, indicating a larger bullish market. And this will only flip back into the red if we confirm a 4-day candle close back below around 82,000. If we break 82K to the downside, then this indicator would flip back into the red, indicating more of a bearish market, technically speaking. And something else to watch out for is a potential bearish divergence on the weekly time frame, with higher highs already confirmed in the price of Bitcoin and lower highs still currently forming in the weekly Bitcoin RSI, and this lower high will actually confirm in place at this next weekly candle close. If the weekly candle close confirms at basically where the price of Bitcoin is sitting at right now, let's just say at around 95K, give or take, if that confirms at that price, then that will confirm this lower high in place. And even if it confirms at like 96 or 97K, then that will also likely confirm this lower high in place. And so this will likely confirm in the next few days here. Not guaranteed, but it will likely confirm in the next few days, because in around 2 days from now, we have that next weekly candle close confirming either way. It's just a question of what price it confirms at. And so that's just something to pay attention to, a potential significant warning signal to pay attention to on the larger timeframes, because the last time we confirmed a bearish divergence on the weekly timeframe was back here around November 2021, as we could see, and that was actually the end of that previous bull market. So just keep that in mind. This is potentially a major warning signal to pay attention to. But if you want to actually trade these moves in the price of Bitcoin, even if they're bearish, you can use things like short positions, for example, during a bear market to profit along the way to the downside. And personally, I take a lot of my trades right now over on BTNX. So I'll make sure to leave a link to BTNX below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is an exclusive deposit bonus that you can only claim using that link below this video. So if you simply just click that link to make your account and then deposit $100, you get a $20 bonus, or deposit $500, you get a $100 bonus, or if you deposit just 1,000 USDT and start trading, and you get a $200 bonus straight into your BTNX account. But once again, that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your account and start trading on that account. And in case you're wondering, BTNX is a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But for whatever reason, if you don't want BTNX, there is also Bybit as another exchange out there, another option I also trade on. So make sure to leave a link to Bybit as well down below this video. But with that being said, taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is obviously breaking further back to the downside below that 102K level. And so obviously, at least in the shorter term, this is bad news for the price of Bitcoin, because of course the bullish signal would be a confirmed breakout and a continued breakout beyond 102K, and ideally flipping that into new support. But as we came in for this retest, breaking below 102K, at least in the short term, as I just mentioned, that's a bearish signal right now. So essentially, this is invalidating that previous breakout beyond 102,000. And of course, if we were to further confirm that breakout beyond 102,000, technically speaking, the next price target I was paying attention to in this bull market right here was 113,000. But for now, obviously, we have fallen short of that price target, as we have just confirmed this bearish divergence on the daily time frame that I also warned about recently here on the channel before this latest dump that we saw over the last 1 day. And as always, a bearish divergence means we're most likely going to see either a pullback in the price of Bitcoin, or at the very least, just some choppy sideways price action. So essentially, no more bullish momentum in the shorter term, and instead potentially an increased amount of bearish momentum. So a bit of a break or a setback from all of this bullish price action here, and usually a bearish divergence on the daily time frame. As I mentioned yesterday, usually these bearish divergences play out at least over a number of days, but usually a couple of weeks or so before they start to lose relevance if we're talking about the daily time frame. And so do not be surprised if we enter either a larger correction or at the very least a larger sideways consolidation for potentially the next couple of weeks. That is a very likely scenario for the price of Bitcoin in the somewhat short to midterm here. And if we're taking a look at this 12-hour time frame, of course, technically we have broken below this ascending line of support, which was sitting at around 99,000 approximately. We also technically broke below this area over the last one day with candle closes below this area in between 96,500 to 98,000. And so technically speaking, the moment we broke below around 96 to 97k, we were due to see a drop down towards around 92k. As I mentioned in my last video and previous videos here on the channel, I said if we break below around 96,500, expect a quick move down towards 91 to 92k as the next area of support. And so far, as of recording this video, we're currently bouncing from pretty much exactly 92,000, the top side of that area of support that I've been talking about. And as we can see here in the volume profile indicator, in between around 92,000 to around 97,000 approximately, we don't really have a lot of traded volume in that area on the price chart, which means the price kind of moves very quickly in that area. As we can see, we saw a quick move to the downside, and at the time of recording this video, we've currently seen a quick bounce back up, but right now we could potentially find some resistance in this area in between 96,500 to 98,000, and also some resistance potentially at this previous ascending line of support, now acting as new resistance at approximately 99,500, sitting closer towards 100,000, acting as resistance. And now if we were to see a confirmed breakout back above 100,000, expect more resistance at close to 102,000 based on that previous significant Fibonacci level right here, once again acting as new resistance. And so overall, just in the last couple of days here, we've seen a clear change in price structure, at least in the short term, going from basically a short-term bullish trend, an ascending parallel channel forming higher lows and higher highs, to right now breaking below a couple of key levels of support and technically speaking forming the first lower low in place, at least in the somewhat shorter term, the somewhat smaller time frames, the first lower low that we've seen in quite a long time. So a clear change in price structure at the same time as confirming, of course, this bearish divergence on the daily time frame, which I talked about yesterday. And so all of this is pointing towards either a larger correction or at the very least, the price just bouncing around in a bit of a sideways consolidation, potentially for a couple of weeks or so as a likely scenario. And so obviously all of this means that we're now further diverging away from this fractal that was playing out recently over the last few weeks. Of course, we're seeing very similar price action right now to what we were seeing pretty much exactly 4 years ago. And of course, this does not necessarily mean that the price cannot continue the larger bull run. That can still happen despite this fractal now diverging and no longer really playing out. And so all this means is that essentially this fractal is now invalid. I'll no longer really pay attention to this chart right here to continue to repeat history because we've now seen too much of a divergence, which I also talked about in my last video. But of course, like I just said, it is possible that potentially after a bit more of a correction or sideways consolidation, maybe in a couple of weeks from now, we could continue that larger bull run like what we saw pretty much exactly 1 year ago, as I mentioned near the beginning of the video. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, check out those links below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.